All right. Well, should we get into actually talking about stuff that we can talk about?
Yeah.
On what, our
On the
show?
podcast?
On our show, Peter?
On the yeah. Welcome to Tired, the podcast for people who understand that cars are bad. With your friends Rory Carroll, Matthew Riley, Peter Hughes. It is the first week of October. We made it through some more months.
You never know. I cleaned the shop out over the weekend.
That's good. That's gotta feel
First
nice.
time
Out.
since.
Did you like get rid of things?
No, I
Or-
just it literally, like, when we finished the Lotta that night, like before the hill climb, I did not clean it or did not pick anything up.
So it's
like
just it's just like putting things back where they belong, kind of thing.
But it was like
Sounds
then I like built a bunch of stuff. I built like some sculpture stuff and like built
So the
you know,
washers.
brought the 911 back. Yeah, those washers. That was awesome. That was really like a good kid moment. But but yeah, it's like it's pretty spotless. I mean, not spotless in there, but it's another couple hours away from being spotless. But yeah, yesterday I was like home alone with one of the babies, and I was like going out to the shop to clean because we were supposed to shoot video last night, and then she was sitting there watching a cartoon or something, and I was like, "Do you want to go outside?" And she was like, "No, not really." And I was like, "Do you want to come work in the shop?" And she was like, "Yeah." She's like, "What can I do?" And I was like, "I've got some wires that I can cut up for you." And she was like, "All right." So like gave her some wire and like a bucket of washers and some like really grown up grade model paint, like
Yeah.
paint for like Revell models or whatever. And then
hell yeah.
gave her some
Dude,
wire
that's
cutters.
the smell of my childhood, man. Those
Yeah.
testers,
Tamiya
rubber
testers.
cement, and
Yeah.
and the paint thinner.
Yeah.
Damn.
But she went
stuff.
she spent a good like hour and a half or 2 hours in there like cutting wire with the wire cutter, and then like bending them with pliers, and like making little like literally painting like 100 washers in various different it was cool.
Incredible. Oh my
To
god.
send
that's so
Rory's
awesome.
daughters a Gundam kit, go to this
Yeah,
address.
yeah, for real. Yeah.
Where you get your daughters into Gunpla?
I know. It's like, but it's like, that was so gratifying. It's like, like I didn't, it's like just set up at my little welding fixture table. It's like, oh, I could just like put them both out here all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And they can hang out in here
So
and inhale
funny.
the things that I'm inhaling.
Yeah. Did I tell you guys about the thing that happened? I mean, this was a few weeks ago. I was just bringing Natalia, my daughter, home from something, and we pull into the driveway, and she gets out of the car and she's like, "I need to go smell the garage." And our garage, we have this little one-car garage that's it's like a 1935 house. It's like basically like the size of a fucking walk-in closet, it especially because it's got all
Most
the
of a Saab.
entire Saab interior in there taken apart, and bikes and lawnmowers, and just fucking, it's just, completely filled with garbage. But she gets out, she's like, "I gotta smell the garage." I'm like, "Wait, what?" She's like, "I just love the smell of it." And she goes and she throws the door up and just goes, and she's just standing there in the dark in the garage, just in this like weird reverie of just breathing it in.
Yeah.
And and I was so taken aback, like, and I took a picture of just her just like in this kind of mid reverie, and it's so funny because it's like, I mean, I've mentioned numerous times on on here that like she's not, neither my wife nor my kid are particularly into cars. She hasn't been bitten by the bug in any particular way, and but it's like, but obviously I have transmitted some brain damage to her that she wants to go into the garage and just breathe deeply, inhale the because that smell is gutted Saab interior, motor oil, gasoline, WD-40, every other kind of like fucking solvent, starter fluid, just like you just spilled everything. And, it's just that cocktail of just ancient,
Car fluids.
ancient car stuff. And the fact that like that, somehow it stimulates something in her brain that she wants. And the thing that was funny is later that day I was I think Sam Smith texted me about something, and we were texting back and forth, and I was telling him about this, and I sent him the picture of her, and then I realized it's like she's kind of turned away from the camera, but like her head is kind of like tilted back looking, and she's got like these pearl earrings that she just like have become her like signature thing that she wears, like these pearl earrings that I think belong to my mom. It's just in this jewelry box that we gave to her that somebody gave to us, and I realized, like, looking at this picture, it's like, oh my God, it looks fucking exactly like that Vermeer painting.
Oh, the girl with the earrings.
Like the girl with the pearl earrings, except she's like picture that girl, except instead of being in, whatever 17th century Delft or
whatever.
I don't know where fucking when Vermeer lived, but she's just like in this garage, just like transported by the the smell of.
That's awesome.
I
have
so funny.
Two similar updates, baby olfactory things. So I bought those cigarettes for Goodwood for part of my, because one of the days I was going to be a greaser, so I bought a pack of Lucky Strikes, and then
SMFT.
smoked a bunch of them, and a bunch of other people smoked a bunch of them, and they were super nasty. But I brought them home, put them in a drawer, and obviously the girls found them immediately, and the little one was trying to figure out how to smoke it. Put it in her mouth, is trying to figure out how to get it to
oh
the
my
to the
God.
thing.
Classic.
And the older sister, of course.
Is she just like over the like trying to light it on the burner of the stove? And it's sweetie, that's
Microwaving
induction.
Inductive, yeah.
That's not gonna.
No, she couldn't figure out, the relationship between the fire and the cigarette. Like, how do you get it going? Like, she wouldn't.
I see.
It wouldn't occur to her to use a lighter. And then she got ratted out, of course.
The older one.
We had some explaining to do.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then, so that happened. And then a couple nights later, I was out in the shop, and I used to have these Peterson pipes, these old like Irish pipes that I don't remember how I got them, but I had some pipes out there, and I found them, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna smoke a pipe or whatever. I was working late at night and smoked a pipe, and then I got called back in because the same one, the baby who smokes, was like, which is the name she gave herself, incidentally. Do you know that story, right?
No.
So when she was
the
like
baby
3,
who smokes?
When she was 3, she used to like put like something in her mouth, like a pencil or whatever, and go,
Sure.
I'm the baby who smoked. I'm the baby who smokes. And then she got obsessed with smoking for like a year, and then I caught her talking to her older sister, and she didn't know anyone was around, and she goes, where do I get my real smoker? She's like, and then like we'd be watching Lord of the Rings, and like
You ever get her like the candy cigarettes?
No, we're not trying
do they
to
make those
encourage
anymore?
Yeah, no, they do.
Those are so good, man.
but we were watching
those as a
Lord of
kid.
the Rings, and under her breath, she was like, "I like that guy. He's got that big smoker." Gandalf has got the big pipe. Anyway,
I'm still not past. I'm the baby who smokes. That's like you.
I'm the baby who
living with
smokes. It was like her character that she was doing. Yeah.
It's like an Acorn comic happening inside your house.
And then she goes, anyway, I caught her talking to her sister, and she goes, "Just wait till I get my real smoker." It's like, get my real smoker. But anyway, so I smoked this pipe out in the garage, and then I got called in because she had she'd cut her hand and needed some like home surgery.
Yeah.
Which is like, she trusts me to do that now, which is very sweet. But I obviously smelled like tobacco when I came in, which is a nice, like a pipe tobacco is like a nice,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
smell.
sweet. It's like
Yeah.
Cherry stick.
And she goes, "Dad, you smell so good." And I was like, "Yeah, that's it's tobacco."
it's that stuff you like.
It's that stuff that somehow you were born obsessed with, and also is like one of the worst things that you can do to your body.
Wait till I get
I'm the
my
baby who smokes.
smoker.
I'm the baby who smokes.
Oh,
Oh my god, that's so funny.
dude, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
my god.
Maybe by the time she's old enough to buy cigarettes, smoking will be good for you again.
At least it'll be cool. It's not cringe
think.
like vaping.
We can hope. They should. They got to be.
always-
They got to be
yeah.
working on that. It is funny, like the other day, they there's an old gas station down the street that they demoed and replaced with like a nice new gas station. This is like right across the street from the middle school, and so there's like this brand new gas station that finally opened, and it's like it's like a whole mini mart. I forget whatever our local mini mart chain is. And we're driving my daughter and her friends around, and we pass it, and I was like, "Oh, look, the place is open." They're like, "Oh yeah, no, it opened last week." I was like, "Oh wow, well, have you guys been in there? Is it nice?" They're like, "Yeah, it's fine, whatever." Like, man, I gotta maybe I'll just dip in there to get some cigarettes or something. And it actually got like a real laugh, but almost like kind of like a scandalized, like they couldn't believe that I said that, like that, a parent was making that joke.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And, yeah,
Yeah, our oldest was like very, you can imagine, was very like, "Whose are these? Are you smoking these?" Like,
you know what the Surgeon General
You
says
know-
about these.
yeah,
Oh
you know
my
this is
God.
really bad for you. And it was like,
Did you get the Lucky Strikes in England?
no, in the States.
Oh, you brought them over? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in the UK they have like the equivalent of the Surgeon General's warning on the
Oh,
cigarettes.
yeah,
It's
the-
like
yeah.
these nightmare
Photo of lungs,
photos
yeah.
of like just
About like have your
people's
face removed.
horrifying teeth and just
Oh,
yeah, like
It's like just British
most
people.
gruesome.
too.
That's literally like yeah.
it's like if you're like a gore junkie, like that would even just like heighten the appeal,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You're like, they're trying to scare
Yeah,
me away because
the,
they want me to be cool. This is proof.
Yeah, I definitely felt like, and then it was like, would you feel better if they were thrown away? And it was like, yeah, let me see you throw them away. Like, very serious, that one.
I did used to steal my mom's cigarettes out of the car when she dropped me off at school and like run to the school and throw them away in the trash. That is a thing that I did for several years.
That's very cute. Now that's like a $20 proposition doing that.
Well, and she never knew when I was going to do it. So it worked a couple of times, just kind of like discouraging the investment.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, like, at least smoking, like, if you're going to do something bad for your lungs, at least smoking, like, looks cool. It's not like vaping,
Sweet.
which is just, like, bad. There's not,
Yeah.
I just can't, The vibes are just, like, there's no Riz in the vape. It's not good.
No, I gotta say I do like that the pipe in the shop is a nice experience.
Sounds
It's
good.
I can imagine. Yeah.
it's kind of, I think when I started doing it, it was very, I was like 23, and I was like, so
Yeah, it's one of
I
those like
remember-
old man affectations.
Very much so.
I remember, this is a very good story. This is like me getting really put in my place, but I was dating this older woman, and I was like out with a bunch of her friends who were like in their 30s, who seemed like impossibly old to me. Like these are like,
Right. Sophisticated women.
no, that's men and women.
Oh, okay.
So I was out and I pulled the pipe out and I was like, yeah, sorry, this is gross or whatever. I think I referred to it as a habit. And then one of the guys goes, it's not a habit, it's an affectation. He's like, you look ridiculous. And I was like, no, I don't. I was like, I look cool. And, but he, like, looking back on that, I don't even remember who it was, but he was so right. And it's like, I want to find
Totally.
him and be like, dude, you fucking got me good. Like, that was, you are correct.
It saved my ass.
It's like the
Yeah.
most like Tom Waits kind of thing where it's like
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Humiliating.
like
It's like you're
total
23.
try hard.
Yeah. So I kind of put it away for a long time because he was right. Like, obviously, it's like not something I did in public. But now, in the shop by myself, that guy's not around. No one can tell that I'm only now just admitting to it on the pod. So,
But you like look cool and distinguished now.
Well, the thing is now you've earned it. You got a little
Yeah.
little gray in your beard, you know? It's like it's not
No, you're chilling.
not age inappropriate.
You can pull it off now.
yeah, it's a very nice. Yeah, you get like a good tobacco buzz, and I don't think you really like inhale a ton of it. And it's also just like it's just tobacco. Like it's just
It's like a
you know what I mean?
cigar, right? Where it's more just like about tasting it and not like
I think for me
not
it's about
inhaling so much.
for me, it's about doing it a ton until you get like a little bit of a headache. Because I don't really, as we know, I don't really drink anymore. So any like even the saddest little buzz is like, ooh, like this is cool. Like I feel different.
I feel different.
Yeah,
That's
it's like I
that's a
remember. Oh, this
classic,
was great.
Worcester line.
It's like, is this good? Is it bad? I don't know.
Right.
It's
But it's
different.
different.
I feel real different.
Yeah. I was telling Tim, who you met, John, on the way back from the wedding.
Yeah.
He also, so Maddie, I introduced John as the guy who has the country band in Traverse City. And John was like, man, I felt so self-conscious saying that when you told Peter I was the guy at the country band, he's like, I make real music too. And I was like, yeah, I know. Like, Peter knows that too. It's just like, it's a fun thing that you do. And he's like, does he really know that? And I was like, why do you care? He's like, you got to tell him. He's like, you got to tell him I've got other stuff. I'd like write real music too. And I'm like, I'll tell him. So this is me telling you.
Okay.
That's
Noted.
so cute.
I did not have any.
But then he was like, you know what?
respect for
I'm
him
proud of
not
it.
knowing
He's like,
it.
I'm proud of it. I have fun. Like it's like I'm like, yeah, you should. That's great. It's and I think then we got
Music
into a
is
big
supposed to be
conversation.
fun.
Yeah.
Well,
It's the whole
yeah.
whole point.
But yeah, he was like, I was telling him I was listening to a lot of Melina again, and he was like, oh, you got to listen to this this really like posy song by this other artist that he's listening to. I think his name is Benjamin Todd or something like that. He's like one of those Nashville country guys, and he sends me like this super happy, not super happy, but it's like a hopeful song, like things are going bad right now, but you know, everything's gonna get better or whatever. And I listened to it and I was like, it's fine. And then like discovered the rest of this guy's like back catalog, which is all about like shooting heroin and like
Oh, one
being
of
like
those. Yeah.
disgusting rat person. And I was like, ooh. This is why he wrote that one song
tell
about
me
things
about this.
getting
Like,
better.
oh, this hits
Yeah,
different
yeah.
now. Oh, I see. Oh, I understand.
Yeah, but I was like, man, John, this really backfired. You're like trying to put me in a better mood, and now I listen to this heroin guy.
Now I have this.
Oh boy.
It's good because I'd listened to all of the Melina I could listen to. So now we've got to just add that on. But yeah, so that's the shop time lately. Anyway, did we have stuff we were supposed to talk about on the podcast? I feel like I've just like
This
catching
is
you guys up
great.
in my
I
life.
mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Good content.
Yeah.
Peter, what do you got?
Yeah. I wanted to talk about some stuff. I mean, this is kind of a little bit of old news now, but there was that Munich auto show a while back, like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
What did they called it something? What did they call it? Munich Auto.
Oh yeah, it had
Show
like a
20,
had a confusing name where I couldn't tell what it was actually about.
IAA Mobility.
Oh, I've got it. I've got it. The Munich Auto Show, also known as the Internationale Automobil-Ausstellung. IAA.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck if I know what Ausstellung is, but automobile, I got it.
Yeah. There were a number of things. I mean, first of all, so this happened. Shit, when did it happen? It happened September 9th to 14th, so a month ago. But it's notable because this is I mean, it's a big car show thing that we've been kind of talking about, the death
going
of.
Away.
Right. But this one still going on, but it's happening in Germany at, I feel like the context is important. A couple of weeks or a week or two before this car show opened, mobility thing. The stories coming out of Germany. I mean, this is Bloomberg. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said tackling the country's economic challenges is proving to be a far greater undertaking than he initially anticipated. I say this also self-critically. This task is bigger than one or the other may have imagined a year ago, Merz said in a speech on Saturday. We're not just in a periodic of economic weakness. We are in a structural crisis of our economy. So that's what's going on in Germany. Biggest exporter, industrial powerhouse, struggling with persistently high energy costs in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the turmoil of U.S. trade tariffs. No mention of the fact that we blew up their pipeline.
I will say there's a lot of German defense stocks, defense companies that are doing quite well.
Well, that's a thing that they're pivoting to. Yeah, I mean, kind of equally distressing,
Troubling.
Not great.
But corollary to that, this was from a story the same week in DW. German car industry sheds 51,500 jobs in a year. Dip equates to almost 7% of the total workforce in the German auto sector. Faltering exports to China and the U.S. play a role as new tariffs raise barriers to entry in both of these core markets. So things not going great
super
as
good.
far as Germany and particularly their auto industry. Into this, though, we had a number of like notable German manufacturer debuts at this car show. The one, the BMW iX3, which is our first like actual look at a road-going production car incorporating their Neue Klasse kind of new styling and kind of whole just direction thing that they kind of trotted out a few years ago on some concept cars, kind of saying this is going to be our whole new thing, like clean sheet of paper. We're wiping away the old and going with this totally new design language. The original, like that first car, that concept car that they showed, which was just like a very clean and cool looking kind of 3-box sedan. you know, I mean, for me, that was like a welcome, like it had this kind of elegant simplicity to it
it
that
looked
kind
great.
of, kind of like
the new class cars.
yeah, like evocative of like a 2002, you know,
Yep.
you know, 60s BMW is just very clean, simple, elegant. The thing that they kind of made their brand
Brand
with
identity.
originally.
Yeah.
So but of course, like and they've been touting this for years and kind of trotting out these sneak peeks of forthcoming things. So this iX3, which is an EV SUV, I mean, it looks fine. It does incorporate some of that design language with like the kind of old school twin kidney grille and this new kind of headlight signature and like some kind of like side modeling stuff that like it doesn't look as like confused as like as aggressively kind of defying you to like it the way that BMWs of recent vintage have kind of been notable for, that kind of in your face
It's
thing.
like, adversarial design.
Right, exactly.
Fuck
this
you.
Is a bit this is a bit more cohesive, but it also like, and maybe this is just the fact that it's like it's a fucking mid-sized SUV. So I mean, it just
somewhat diluted, I would say.
it just looks like every other. It just looks like every fucking mid-size SUV now. They're all the same, identical shape, and it's just like what lines are you drawing on it? You know, it's like you take a balloon and draw a face on a balloon.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah,
like
man.
that's basically what designers are dealing with here. So a little bit. I mean, not unwelcome, but kind of underwhelming to me. The other thing that I've been reading about is just like how it's not just about design, but this whole this kind of like heart of joy thing that they're selling, that is these cars have like 4 different kind of electronic brain systems going on, and and this is one of the things that is supposedly revolutionary about them is just like how sophisticated the computer controls are, and how everything is updatable like on the fly. You know, you can push software and firmware updates to this, you know, ever more kind of software and firmware dependent platform, and
So we have-
and that owners should expect these updates like multiple times a year, and and also, I mean, BMW has been like one of the kind of manufacturers like really kind of leading the charge with trying to kind of implement this like these kind of subscription models, you know, where it's like, yeah, your car comes with, you know, X amount of power, but you have to pay, you know, an extra, you know, however many dollars a month to unlock that, you know, or like just like new, you know, whatever kind of interior features. I mean, this is just like
The car has
the
all
most,
the wires for your heated seats, but you have to
Right.
pay $2 to turn them on.
exactly to turn it on.
I'm
The thing
sorry.
with
I'm kind of
this-
hung up. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I mean,
No, finish your
Yeah.
thought.
well, I mean, the other
I gotta derail this.
yeah. I mean, the thing with the fucking perpetually updating software is like in a car. I just feel like this is just such I mean, this happens in my fucking Hyundai, you know, where like maybe once or twice a year you'll get a little notice on, when you start the car, it's like, oh, there's a new, do you want to download your new thing? It takes 20 minutes. It's like, well, yeah, not right now. I'm fucking going somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like, I need to use my car.
I'm actually out here because I'm going somewhere. Yeah.
Right. But, and then when you get home and you try, and it's like, so I usually just like, it'll go like a few days or a week or whatever. And finally I'll just be like, all right, fucking do the fucking thing, man. I'm tired of just being annoyed, hectored. So you get home and you say, yeah, go do it, do the thing. And so it does. And then the next time you get in the car, your shit has all been reconfigured. Your preferences are all changed. Or if that's not the case, sometimes, and this has been the case like for 6 months in my car now, I've got my little blue steering wheel end buttons, which you can configure to, you press it once, you get just end mode, you press it twice, you get your custom thing. You can set 2 different custom kind of profiles for, for your various suspension, engine, differential, whatever settings, which, I mean, that shit is great. It's totally configurable. Like, I have my things that I like. Maybe every 5th time I go to use one of these buttons to engage like my my preferred end mode, it goes back to default dashboard, default settings, everything. And I have to like manually go back in and reconfigure my my button settings just to set them to do the thing that I want it to do. And it's really fucking aggravating because like it might be a kind of thing where you're driving along in eco, and you want to like, oh, I need to pull out of this, this driveway, and I need to make like a really fast like left turn to get out of the way of traffic or whatever. And so I'll like kick it into like extra power mode, and it doesn't do it. Like it puts me back in like, and it's, God fucking damn it. So yeah, it's just, and this has been the case like for 6 months, and they keep saying, and it's, and yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's a bug with the most recent update. It's like, well, fucking fix it, put it back. They still haven't done it. It's still fucking like every fucking time.
I would go insane.
Like I said, I mean, multiple times a week of driving this fucking car, I have to deal with this. So aggravating, so stupid. And it's like, and think about like, every time your fucking, your phone needs, they push a new phone thing, so you got to update your software or whatever. There's always something janky in it. There's always some thing that they wrecked, that they broke.
Yeah.
And it's just like with a car, it's like,
we actually,
the whole software, it's like, we got to go the other direction, you guys. I do not stop breaking my car.
Yeah. We have Tim Stevens has a post for Alloy coming up about that, where he's like, I watched this happen in gaming, where it's like, we would ship unfinished products and then update them over time to try to get them. And it's like, he's like, it ruined gaming for a long time. And he's like, it's going to do the same thing to cars. Like, that the Rivian, I think, updates every few months. And generally, like, it's not broken when it updates. There was that one incident where it updated when I was somewhere, and just was dead for an hour. Which was maddening. So I've just hung up on the German economy failing, rising unemployment, increasing militarism,
yes.
And also the joy car. Were they saying the joy?
The heart of joy.
Something the joy.
It's like whenever Germans start talking about joy, it's like,
what are you guys doing?
no.
You're not supposed to be doing any of that stuff.
No.
We had an agreement that you would not do any of this stuff anymore. You can't do it anymore, and they're doing it. But I think the Rivian thing was really an effort on my part to see if I could handle a modern car and see if I could like,
Right.
like, okay, like, let's see, like,
How
it's
bad
lease,
is it?
yeah. Or just
Yeah.
like, can I exist in this world? And
Yeah.
the answer is very firmly no. It's like, I cannot.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's so many things about new cars that that are great. They're fucking comfortable. They drive incredibly well compared to like cars from even 20 years ago. The level, the standards of just overall drivability. I mean, it's amazing. But the fact that the price that we've had to pay for those improvements,
I mean, I think one of the
it's
things
almost
that
just like ruining. It ruins it.
realizing, I think like I'm realizing about myself, like I'm generally pretty calm, like even keeled type of person, but like the thing that's, I also think that there's probably like a deep well of rage inside of me on somewhere that I'm not regularly accessing, but I think like the what does dip into the well is little things like my headphones disconnecting and connecting to my car because I walked by the car. Like that is that is a there was another one this weekend with my fucking iPhone where it was like, oh, this is so stupid. Okay, this is a great one. But in the shop, you connect the Bluetooth to the phone. So you have your Bandcamp going or whatever, you have a podcast going. And almost every app on your phone, if you open it, like if you get a message and open up Instagram, then Instagram, some videos may play or like some posts may play, but you're not, it doesn't take over the audio of the phone.
Right.
TikTok, you get a TikTok message and you open TikTok does take over the audio. So like whatever the stupid fucking TikTok person is doing is like now playing over your speakers. And it's like, why can't I turn that off? Why can't I set that as a preference to just be like, okay, none of the apps can take over the fucking audio. This is like little stuff like that. Uncontrollable, seething, white hot rage. And it's like my immediate inclination is to throw this like $1,000 device that I do not have the money to replace, like overhand spike it through the floor, which I've done before. Like I did that in a banking situation on the phone with the bank a few years ago.
And you told me about this one.
Yeah, it did take a long time to resolve that situation because my phone was like, it was like the skeleton of a phone after that. And that is not a position you want to be going to the Verizon store. And they're like, what happened to this thing?
Or you and I are more alike than you know.
Yeah. One of the things that I also think about doing is grabbing my phone kind of like a knife, like holding it in your hand like a knife and forcing it through the screen in the car. Like the big
2-for-1.
display.
Stabbing it.
Yeah. Don't ever do that stuff. Obviously, except for the one time.
That would complicate the lease, I think.
Yeah, it would not be. They'd be like, "What did you do here?" And I'd be like,
"I don't know.
Spilled coffee
this
on
just
it.
happened.
I don't know."
I just came out to the car one day and it was like this.
I was loading skis in from the back, and I stopped
was a phone
fast,
sticking out of
and
perpendicular
the skis
from
went,
Mm-hmm.
the skis went into
The
the screen.
skis. I saw it happen.
They're like, "Oh, that's crazy because we have a camera in here. We can see you smashing it with your phone."
That's right. Yeah, we've been surveilling you.
Yeah. That's crazy because we're watching everything that you do in here.
Right. And we're sending, and the guys in white coats are on their way to involuntarily
Commit you.
Put you away. Yeah.
I was explaining. Sorry to digress again, but
that's all right.
We used to have the state mental hospital up here. I think we've talked about this on the pod. But it's this incredible building, all kind of like Gothic, just like in this beautiful little setting. And it was redeveloped in the 90s. This guy, Ray Minervini, like basically he was a local developer and like staked his entire life on like, I'm going to redevelop this thing and there's going to be shops and restaurants and apartments in it. And everybody was like, that is a torture building from
Yes.
the institution. Like,
Right. There's bad
so
vibes there, man.
yeah, all the locals were like, no,
Just heads up.
that's terrifying. Like I remember specifically, we used to break in and there was this like children's wing, and they had all these like super uncanny murals on the wall of like the Seven Dwarfs, which were like just poorly done enough to be like super unsettling. It was like an uncanny valley type situation.
No.
And
We've got a big building like that too here that's like just down the road from the U of R kind of medical stuff. But this was, I mean, it's an abandoned building, but it's like a big like 50s kind of like, you know, I mean, probably 15-story kind of hospital style thing, but it's completely abandoned, total like urbex thing that like people go and yeah, apparently just like, yeah, I mean, they were doing like lobotomies and torture and all kinds of just like nightmarish 50s psychological treatments.
yeah. This has tunnels underneath it, but like it was colloquially, like locals referred to it as the state hospital growing up because it was the state mental hospital.
Yeah.
And then of course like they deinstitutionalized in the 60s and just let everyone go. So like my dad grew up in that neighborhood, and he said like in the morning, like on your way to school, you'd wake up and there'd be like a dude like sleeping in your yard. And it'd be like, all right, buddy, like you got to move on. But I was talking
And
to
he's
the
not
kids the other
he's
day.
not just there because he's like waiting for the hill climb to start.
Right.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's a little bit of Empire flavor there. Someone just sleeping
Not
in your
me.
yard.
It's when I do it, it's funny. When I do it, it's endearing. So the kids were like, "What's the deal with this? Why do they call it that?" And like, what was it? And I was like, "Oh, it was a mental hospital." And like, they're like, "Oh, did people go there like to get help?" And I was like, "No, they got forced to go there." And they were like, "What was it like?" And I was like, "Well, they had a farm. You could work on the farm all day. They had like arts and crafts, and they had like people made all this stuff there." And I was like, in my head, I was like, "Man, this sounds fine." Like it was like, you know, like this totally self-sustaining.
really
Like they
nice.
grew their own
Rory's trying to
food,
go to
and I was,
funny
but
farm.
It's like a
yeah, but I
commune.
was like, man, this like if this was still a thing, like you could. Like people would probably be into this. They'd be like, "Yeah, I'm having mental health. I need to go to this thing in Traverse City and work on the farm for the rest of my life." Like,
Yeah.
doesn't sound that
good.
bad. Yeah, I'm having mental health. I need to go to
I'm
the
chilling.
farm.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm fine.
They had a massive, some kind of like record, like maybe a state record cow was born there, and there's a statue of her out in this big field. It's kind of cool.
I could hang with the cow statue if I was having mental health. I would like that. I don't think I want to work on
That's
the
what I'm
funny
saying.
farm, but I can go hang out with the cow. Yeah.
There are other jobs too. Like like I said, it was a totally self-sustaining community. So like, you don't have to work on the farm necessarily, but that's what I would probably do. I would be like, you know, like doing manual labor. I think that's like suits me. But you don't have to do that. You could torture kids in the Seven Dwarfs theme building, for instance.
Yeah, someone's going to throw the switch to electrocute me until I'm not a homosexual anymore. Everyone's got to have a job.
Yeah, probably would have been tough for you. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that.
They're in there. They keep zapping me. I just get gayer and gayer and gayer. It's just not working. They've tried. No dice.
We've developed some kind of super homosexuality there.
Yeah, I'm just inventing homosexuality too back here. They just keep zapping me, and I just keep my brain gets bigger. Rory's fleeing the set before I give him too many ideas.
There are a couple of other notable debuts from the
Oh yeah, the car show.
from the Munich Motor Show.
The
Just
IAA
that-
car
that-
show?
Aye. This another just kind of mid-size SUV. This one from Mercedes. It's the new Mercedes GLC, which I did not realize that Mercedes had been making something called a GLC for I guess a while now. That's kind of like the
top seller.
It was upsetting to me to discover this, because to me, GLC, that's taken. That's a Mazda. That was and it stood. It's the Mazda, like in the late 70s, early 80s, the kind of first little baby Mazdas that they sold in the US, which I guess would be like your Mazda 3 equivalent now, kind of evolved into the 323 and subsequently 3.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh my God.
The GLC, it stood for great little car.
Oh my God. It is. I'm looking at him right now.
And the thing about the Mercedes GLC is I mean, to me at least, it appears to be none of those things. It sucks.
I mean, it's huge. It's not a car.
Yeah, it's another kind of big generic SUV. The most notable thing about it is this new grille treatment that it kind of has like, yeah. It's supposed to kind of evoke look like the old kind of like 50s Mercedes grills, where it's kind of this crosshatch thing going on. But here, these they're lit up. I mean, Mercedes, everybody's doing the kind of light up grill things, which I can go either way on. Like sometimes I think that's kind of fun. But this one, it's like the whole grill is like all of these individual segmented like little like 1 centimeter squares that would have been like the holes in the original grill. Now they're like illuminated LEDs. And I don't know, man, it just looks kind of like, it doesn't look good. And it looks like garish and I have to just think like, what I can't just not picture that with like half of the LEDs burned out. Like in 10 years, like if any of these are still on the road 10 years from now, 15 years from now, how shitty it's going to look as those things like start to fail, or flicker, or just, do the thing
that's kind of my aesthetic.
LEDs do. Yeah. Is that
just that that's very like cyberpunk,
right. kind of broken futuristic shit.
Yeah, let me just go into my cyberpunk reality for a second, but
right.
like you're being tailed by some cyber cops, and you notice one of the LEDs is flickering, and that's how you can tell they're still behind you. So it's like, even though you're in thank you, Maddie, you're in traffic, and like, but like that's how you keep noticing that you're being tailed, as you keep seeing the LED kind of fading around. That could be a detail in my book.
That's good.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Super good.
Did you guys see the interior? I mean, the other part of this car is just the interior.
Okay.
Which on the one that I'm looking at is like white leather, which I'm not anti white. I mean, I'm like pro like interior fun, but something about like these Mercedes, I mean, like this, like Mercedes interiors now, they're so over. I mean, this has like full dashboard with screen, like LCD, so the entire fucking dashboard is lit up. Half of the interior is chrome, which like to me, like that's my nightmare, because it just means the sun like reflecting off this and blinding me. It's like, well, I could never drive a Pagani because it would fucking kill me. But it's just like it seems like I don't know when did this happen that like Mercedes, which historically, traditionally, was always this like the most kind of conservative of in the German manufacturers, like by and large that was their hallmark, was like they were like these very conservative, like in a good way,
Understated,
yeah, just and with Mercedes, it's just basic, everything fucking basic, functional, form of, form defined by function, and sober, like soberness, and like the worst thing that you could accuse them of was just being like dour, that's like so sober that it's just like, oh, come on, give us a little bit of fun. But like, and like Mercedes, the thing that they were most famous for was just like MB text, or text, the upholstery, that it was just like this vinyl upholstery that was like the most fucking indestructible shit that humans like will ever create, stuff that like
99%
in a billion years, right, there will be nothing left of the planet other than just like these scraps of fucking MB text floating around, and just like contrast that with just like this shit that just looks like so disposable and so garish and just like kitschy and tacky. Like when it like I mean, I grew up on the, like when I was growing up, it's like you had the Germans like doing this kind of like sober functional stuff, and American cars were kind of like the laughing stock, because like the interiors were all just fake wood and fake chrome and fucking velour and just like everything just like shitty and tacky and kitschy, and it's just like, how did this flip that like the Germans are now just like, and Mercedes in particular, it's just like completely, I mean, it looks to me like a fucking 70s Cadillac.
I think this was like 20, I would say 20 mid-aughts for sure, like 2013, 2015 was the big shift for them. But I think like, I would say probably like the Mercedes customer is probably demanding a little bit more flash. But I would say too, like that stuff has just gotten easier to do. You know what I mean? Like it's just gotten, it's like, and I would say too, like the desire to have like real aluminum, real metal surfaces in the interior probably has dictated some of that stuff, where it's like, you want this like feeling of weight and quality behind everything, which like, variably, like sometimes that's delivered on and sometimes it isn't. But like, it is strange. Like it is a little bit like no one's really doing the like sober minimalism thing anymore. I mean, I think like, the slate thing is like a, but it is another like, another note, I guess, a programming note for the alloy thing. It's like we have this thing from Brett Burke about like luxury automakers and like some of like the kind of tip of the spear is like starting to understand that people don't want all the stuff in their car, and it's like, okay, how do we get like pare this back down to like
well, you start, I mean, as soon as you start putting screens in everything, then it's no longer this kind of like premium thing. Like now it just looks cheap.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of situations where,
and guess what? It's the reason they're doing it is because it's cheap. It's to fucking save money.
Yeah, and I think like that's, we saw the pendulum swing. Like, there are Mercedes and BMWs that have screens in the buttons. So like the actual control buttons and knobs have screens on them, like a little tiny, this big, that has like a little LED display in it. I think we're probably gonna
like an Apple Watch kind of thing.
smaller than that, yeah.
Why?
But-
what are they putting in it? Is it just
Like,
like a temperature number or something? I mean, I can imagine that. That's fine.
sometimes,
You
or
know,
like-
if it's just
yeah, or like-
if it's just a manual temperature control that has the number in the middle, that you know, as long as I
or
have
like
a
the
fucking physical thing that
drive
I can
mode.
turn.
Yeah, some of
Yeah.
it's like drive mode. You'll see like the little exhaust animation or whatever.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
But yeah, it is like the screen thing.
Until it stops working.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the screen thing has, I think, crossed into that. Like, this does look cheap now. This does feel like lesser than.
Yeah.
So I think we'll probably start to see that swing in the other direction. I do think it's also like, it's interesting. The big surprise to me was I was like, I think like, I want to say it was like Kia Soul was like the first car to have like a changeable LED light strips as like an element in the interior, like where you could change the
Oh,
colors.
really? Yeah.
I think that's the case. It was a cheap car.
Huh.
But now everybody does. Mercedes does.
Yeah.
Rivian does. Like you can change
Yeah, my car's got that.
full color. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure like that was initially like a cheap like kids car thing. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, like the 25-year-olds who buy this car theoretically are going to love this. And like,
Right. It's like we put the underglow inside.
that's, yeah.
It's like Fast and Furious shit, you know?
Yeah. No, I know. And I think like, there's some degree to all this stuff where it's just like, it's like there's a period with everything where you like find out what you can do. You know what I mean? Like where you find out like what is
Sure.
what you are able to do.
Yes.
And then the period after that is always like, why do we do all that? You know what I mean?
It's the 70s cookbook Jell-O full of ham
Yeah,
situation, but the car is
Yeah.
full of screens.
Totally.
They're
Yeah.
Just because you can.
I can
Yeah.
get Cool Whip and Jell-O and ham and oysters, and I can
It's
put
like-
them all in a casserole dish.
Yeah. But is that any good? Is the thing?
Like,
And many times you find out not exactly.
No.
maybe it wasn't.
It's like, I didn't want
Yeah.
these in Jell-O.
No, it's
Damn.
a great analogy. Yeah. No, I think that's probably pretty on the money. Yeah, the third of the notable German car show, Munich car show debuts that I just wanted to touch on real quick was that Audi Concept C. Did you guys see that?
I didn't. I'm looking at the Tag, the Turkish car.
Oh, I don't know if I saw that.
Turkish EV startup revealed a new sedan.
Tog car.
Seems like a insane time to have a Turkish EV startup.
You know, everyone's just throwing some spaghetti at the wall.
I do think the what am I looking for? The Audi what?
Audi Concept C.
I'm looking at.
Oh, I did see that.
it's-
Yeah, that thing was
Yeah,
wild.
it's like it's a sports car. I mean, it's supposedly EV based,
Audi TT.
kind of maybe platform sharing with the forthcoming Porsche
718.
Boxster Cayman EV, which by the way they just admitted that we're gonna. That won't be EV only after all.
Yeah.
Like just staunchly, they're pulling a Dodge Challenger on us or Charger or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
that is.
Conditions of
Anyway,
ground
this Audi Concept C that is kind of halfway between an Audi TT and the R8, kind of mid-engine exotic, size wise, design wise. I think this car looks fucking spectacular. It has this very kind of old school German Teutonic, I mean, yeah, very Bauhaus looking car. I mean, it looks like an Audi TT kind of updated a bit. But the thing that it also looks unmistakably like, and kind of I feel like steals a bit of the thunder from, is that Jag, the concept 00, just in its like
I was thinking of that too.
Super bluff kind of front and rear end. Although I think that their kind of front end treatment is a little bit more successful with kind of still keeping a bit of face to it.
These do look like this is maybe a Maddie reference more than a Peter reference. Maybe Maddie's too young for this though, but Batman the animated series
Yes.
cars like
with doing the art, the deco kind of like but like modern, but like a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Art deco shit.
like single surface.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean that was the T. I mean it harkens back to not just the TT, which itself was kind of like fin de siècle kind of update of like the auto unions, like the 30s auto union race cars, Grand Prix cars, which were just these kind of slab sided, just very
steel yet, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, but very functional, very purposeful, and very distinctive, and in a way, I mean, it's bathtub Porsche, it's all of those, it's kind of like the good stuff that we associate with German design. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this concept C if that makes it to production in that form. But supposedly this is also kind of a kind of hint of Audi design direction to come, which could be a good thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
If there's to continue to be a German automotive industry.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Oh,
I was just
yes.
Go ahead.
You,
No, you go.
because I'm moving on to a different thing. I'm moving on to
I was
a
just
final...
gonna do a long digression that makes no sense. So
okay. Well, let's just briefly mention. Did you guys see that new Ferrari Testarossa that they unveiled? So this is it's the new kind of range topping serial production Ferrari. So it's not like I mean, they just kind of unveiled that F80, which is like their kind of hypercar. This is more like the successor to the SF90 mid-engined hybrid, I think V8. Super expensive, super fast. They called it the Testarossa, which is a name last used in the 80s, the iconic kind of Miami Vice car that everybody loves now. People are really fucking mad about this new Testarossa because it incorporates some of the kind of more controversial aspects of that F80 design. And the thing is, to me, like this new Testarossa, I mean, I will grant that it's somewhat polarizing, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually like pretty distinctive and good, and especially just given that like so many of the other kind of the mid-engine, supercar kind of form, has kind of just become like it's reached its end state evolution wise, and it really is. It's the same thing as a fucking midsize SUV where it's just like people just drawing faces on these shapes just to try and make them, distinct from one another. I think with this new Testarossa, it actually succeeds in being like, like genuinely distinct from like the
Yeah, I think it
equivalent McLarens or
Totally.
everything else that's kind of looking so samey.
I think that the new Ferrari direction overall, like across all these new cars, is really good.
Yeah.
Like I think it's
Yeah.
it's very like unexpected and very like kind of almost harsh in a way where it's like
Right.
it's like the cars look almost unfinished and inelegant in a way, like they're like very racy and very like like kind of it's unlike
Functional.
anything else. And I think exactly, it really is striking. And I think like I don't know, like it's not what I would have expected Ferrari to do, but maybe that's why it's good, I guess. You know, like
no, I think so. And the thing about it, and the thing with people being mad and about them calling it the Testarossa, this is no Testarossa.
fuck, the Testarossa sucked. It's like
No, this is the thing. Nobody fucking remembers this because most
Yeah.
people weren't.
was
When
junk.
that fucking car came out, people did not like it. That car
Yeah, it's
that
junk.
everybody loves now and agrees is just like
Yeah,
this signature 80s thing. It's like the most fucking 80s car ever made, right? With the giant cheese graters on the side, whatever. When that car was new, people were
huge
pissed
disappointment.
off. It's like, this is hideous. This is ugly. I was fucking like 14 years old. I was like, I don't know, man. This looks pretty fucking cool to me.
Yeah.
And like, and so in that sense, I feel like it is absolutely in keeping with the legacy of the Testarossa, which again was a name that was borrowed then, that people were mad about in the 80s because it was a name that was borrowed from these 1950s sports cars, which themselves were kind of
not super successful. Yeah.
well, and kind of awkward looking. I mean, I remember the first time I saw a picture of like a 50s Testarossa. It's like, what the fuck? That car looks so weird. And then you see it in real life, and it's like, holy fucking shit! That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And now, like, those are the most, like among the most valuable cars in the world. And so yeah, I for one applaud Ferrari for fucking just.
I think that's the immediate impact that these cars had on me, like this, like I said, these both these new generation Ferraris, is they reorder and make everything else look old. So like the Lamborghini stuff, the McLarens, like the current, it's like you can make a very clear like line of like cars that all kind of looked like supercars have looked for the last 10 years or so, and then this is like, oh wow, that's a new thing.
It's a break.
Like, yeah. And like that to me is like, if you're in this business of selling hypercars and supercars and the highest end, it's like the avant-garde thing has to be part of that. You know what I mean? It's like when you fucking buy a car or show up in a car that looks like it was made 10 years in the future, and everybody else's car suddenly looks like a relic of a different era. It's like, that's a success. Like that's what this is about, I think.
Yeah.
And it's also like, like it's going to take a long time to actually get people into these cars. So they kind of have to be like very fashion forward, because it's like, by the time anyone actually gets, like a lot of the customers, by the time they actually get their car, there will be like a new car. Certainly like McLaren will have had two new cars, and Lamborghini will have had two new cars or whatever. So like, you got to kind of future proof a little bit. But yeah, I think I agree. I think it's hard to digest, and it looks very different. But to me, that's the whole point. Like it's a $500,000 car or whatever it's going to be, like $1 million car. Like it should look very scary.
It should stop you in your tracks.
I've been looking
Should
at
be
pictures
upsetting.
of it the whole time you guys have been talking, waiting for the front end to grow on me, and it did.
Yeah.
It worked.
The front end Super Daytona, especially like in profile, like it's got I think
Growing on
it's
me.
got the big Boat Suzuki splitter in the front.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm fascinated.
Good job, Rory. We'll take one.
Yeah.
Send one over to us.
Put it in the alloy budget.
A tired pod. All right.
I think
I think
that's
we're all
good.
just looking at pictures now.
Yeah.
All right.
We got plenty of stuff.
Let's wrap up. We'll give them a stay tired.
Yeah, stay tired, everybody.
Stay tired, friends.
All right. 2 boys.
Later, get it.
See ya.
Bye.